Welcome back to the channel, Ghosties and Ghoulies. It's lovely to see you here. I'm having a fantastic day and I hope you are too. If you are new to the channel, I am so happy that you joined us today and I hope you stick around. What I'm doing today is a pick a card reading for the week. I pulled 3 cards, 3 tokens, and whatever token resonates with you, that's your card. And it'll give you a little insight on something you're going to face this week. So let's get right to it and not waste anybody's time. Fitting that. Let's have a look at your tokens and see what tokens are going to represent you this week. So let's have a quick look. This one comes up quite a bit actually. This is a key. Keys are about unlocking things, and it can be new directions, new doorways, new pathways, but it can also be about secrets. It's about unlocking secrets or learning secrets or locking away your own set of secrets. So it can be any and all of those things. If any of that resonates with you, the first token is your pile. Second token is the magic hand. It is a very well-known symbol in occult practices and in other religious practices as well. It is actually known as the Hamsa, and it's also known as the hand of Fatima, Miriam, or Mary, depending on your religious or cultural connections to it. What it is it wards off evil spirits, it wards off the evil eye in particular, and it is a very protective amulet. So if you feel like you are in need of protection this week, or that this resonates with you in some way, then the second card will be your card for this week. Okay, and the third one is musical notes. So if you are a creative person, or you're into music at all, or you have a musical energy around you, or you connect with that on the spiritual level, then music notes might be your symbol for this week. It also connects to things like resonant frequency. Music has a frequency. Music can be healing. Sound can be healing. So this can be a deep connection to this as well. So if that's anything that resonates with you in that, then the third card will be your card for the week. Let's have a look at your first one and see what they're saying. And again, this was the key. The key to unlocking new directions, new doorways, but also the key to secrets being kept or revealed. So let's have a look and see what it says. Okay, it does feel to me like there is a sense of unlocking with this card. This is a card of discernment. It's about kind of sitting back and waiting and looking at what you're being offered, looking at what people are saying to you and the communications you're getting, and determining whether or not they are things that you want to have in your life, things that resonate with you, things that feed your spirit in some way. I think that you might be unlocking. For some of you, there's definitely a feeling of there's an unlocking of a secret, or an unlocking of a secret message, or something that's from the unknown this week. And it might be something you're waiting to hear. It might be something that you've wished that you could hear. And for whatever reason, there's an unlocking of that communication this week. Cups are very much about communication. They're very much about emotion. And it feels like there's almost a sense of, I've waited for someone to say this for a long time, or I've waited for this to happen for a long time. And the key is finally unlocking that doorway and allowing you to have that experience and have that communication. So communication is really, really key for you this week, and being open and receptive to what people are giving you and saying to you this week. Because you might find that there's almost something you waited for that's coming. Okay, so hang on to that for this week. The second one, the mystical hand. Okay, I do feel like there is a protective element that's happening with this. Knight of Swords is all about forward momentum in journeys and new journeys, taking new journeys and challenges, and all of the things you have to cut through to make those things happen. And it feels like there is change happening here with this Knight of Swords, but it's happening too fast and it's happening in too much of a dramatic way. There might be a misuse or misplacement of energy this week that's kind of pushing you or pushing your boundaries or pushing their way into your life in some way. And there might actually be, for some of you out there, there's an element of some energy around you trying to push its way into your story or into your path. And it's an energy that comes in, it's very dramatic and it's kind of overwhelming. And there is a sense of you being protected from this energy this week. So watch for things that try to push their way into, that don't let you think before you take journeys, that don't let you think about what you're doing before you actually are doing it, or how you're dealing with a problem before you actually deal with a problem. Things that try and rush you. Do not allow yourself to be rushed into decision making, especially if it's like dramatic decisions, like, you know, things that are really important. Do not allow yourself to be rushed in your mind. Let your mind have the time that it needs to make the correct decisions. Don't allow people around you or circumstances around you to rush your decision making, because I do feel like you are exposed to that kind of energy this week, but know that you are protected from it, okay? There is an element of something coming in here to try. There's almost a sense of like being protected from some, I hesitate to use the word evil, but negative influence or negative people, negative circumstances, like someone trying to hook into your energy and your time, and you being very well protected, and protecting yourself from it this week will be important, okay? And do not allow people to come in and rush you on anything. If people are coming into your life in a really dramatic, overwhelming way, these are things that you need to be protected from this week, okay? So keep an eye out for that, and maybe grab yourself, if you have a little protective element that you use or a sigil that you use, now might be a good time to actually be wearing that. It doesn't necessarily have to be the Hand of Fatima. It can be anything that you actually use as a protective amulet. This will be important to you this week because I do feel energy is coming in to try and push you in certain directions, and this isn't something that you need to have happen this week, okay? So please be careful this week with your energy and who you allow near you. And if you have protective energies, protective prayers that you say, or protective elements that you use, please incorporate those this week. They will be important. All right, and our third card, the musical notes. I love the musical notes. I'm a musician myself, and this makes me very happy when I see musical notes come out. Okay. Wow, okay. There's a really deep message in this one. The moon is about revelation. It's about revelation of intention. It's also about intuition. It's deeply connected to spiritual and the feminine divine intuition. The moon, what is supposed to happen when it comes out is it sheds light on the path ahead of you, and you are able to actually see the people and things around you that are there to help or harm you. And when it is in reversal, it means that the path ahead is dark. It means that there is no light or shedding of, the way ahead is hidden. Okay, so for you, on some level, on a creative level, it feels like with this, these notes, you might be finding that you're creatively blocked a little bit this week, and you can't see where your creation is going, and you can't see the road completely ahead. It's okay to be in that energy for a while. We don't have to have constant movement forward all the time. But it is better to wait until this energy is, if you're looking at making major movement forward, wait until this energy passes through, because you might find that things will lighten eventually, but now might not be the time to be making a lot of decisions and moving in a bunch of different directions, because the moon being in reversal is kind of clouding the light and not allowing that to shine through. So especially on the creative level, and it almost, I'm getting a sense, and this is for someone, possibly in one person in particular, but maybe more than one, but I'm getting a real message about these musical notes. And there's something about, there's a message coming in about night music and doing something with music at night. Okay, I don't know if there's any musicians out there, or there's people who go to concerts, or there's people that if you're into music or you're into that scene, But there is something about night music, and those are the exact words that are coming through here, and there's a sense of it being possibly a little bit dangerous this week to be engaging in like that deeper somberness of music. It's a weird feeling that I'm getting. It's almost like music that has a hypnotic kind of quality to it, that just kind of draws you in and then you stop looking or looking at the path ahead. So like, don't be distracted by this. Don't be distracted by the individual notes. It's a kind of weird message, but it's what's coming through. And it also is very clear that this is not a time for trying to pin down your creative things that you're doing into individual little pieces. Now is not the time for that. It's almost like if you get distracted by the minutiae of what you're doing creatively, you'll lose the sight, you'll lose the path, you'll lose the light of it, okay? So for my creators out there, maybe this week is about the bigger picture and not getting down into the small individual notes of the project, if that makes sense. Hopefully that makes sense to you. So that's kind of what's happening this week with this card. I hope that these found you well and that they're helpful. Again, if you're new here, I do these every week, and I also do a monthly pick a pile reading, which you're also welcome to look at. If they find you, whenever they find you, they are relevant at that time. Spiritually, things don't really work in a timeline, so if it's next year when this finds you, it'd still be relevant to you. I do have a whole lot of events and public things coming up that you're welcome to join me at, and I'd love to see your happy, shiny faces. It always makes me happy to say hi. And if you are interested in that stuff, that's all those dates and events will be down in the description. If you're new here, thanks for stopping in, and if you're not new here, thanks for coming back. I really do appreciate it, and I love to see you here. Please leave a comment, like, and subscribe, and if you want to see anything new or different on the channel and you think I can do it, you just let me know, and I'm up for anything. So until next week, have a good week. Don't be afraid of the things that go bump in the night, because they're there in the light too.